If you want to start building a six-figure passive income with real estate, then this video is for you. Most people think that you need millions to start investing in real estate, but you can own property in one of America's top destinations for a fraction of what you'd pay in other tourist cities. I've been building my high-rise portfolio since 2022, and in the last year alone, I've generated $631,733 in gross revenue. My name is Mariel. I'm a top 1% agent in Vegas, and in today's video, I will break down why my high rises are my top performing properties. We're going to explore the cash flow advantages of high rises, how they compound wealth, current market conditions creating opportunity, the management benefits of high-rise resorts, and the requirements to start off right. By the end, you'll know exactly why high rises are one of the smartest investments you can make right now. So let's start with the most important numbers in real estate investing: the revenue. Traditional long-term rentals can bring in an income of between $1,100 a month to $2,500 a month from a small one-bedroom condo to a four-bedroom single-family home. On the other hand, a high-rise condo that has established reputation can bring in an income of between $4,500 to an upwards of over $10,000 a month in rental revenue. Here's an example of one of my high rises at the Vdara, which brought in the last 12 months, $86,239 in rental income. Here's another example of one of my units that I own at MGM Signature. This one had a really strong run, bringing in an income of $135,063. Because you're in a prime tourist location, you're able to charge more on the nightly rates. Typically, I charge between $140 to $500 on normal seasons and an upwards of over $500 to $2,000 per night on special events. So for example, during F1 in 2023, when we first hosted Formula One in Las Vegas, my rooms at the MGM Signature were going for between $2,000 per night for a studio and $4,000 per night for a one-bedroom unit. In Super Bowl season in 2024, when we first hosted that event, my studios were going for $2,500 per night to $6,000 per night for my one-bedroom unit. Again, because we're located on the Strip, people are willing to pay top dollar to stay here during these special events. And keep in mind that these kinds of events happen year-round in Vegas. There's EDC, F1, CES, Level Up, National Finals Rodeo, along with all the other major concerts and sports events. The fact that you can dynamically price your rooms are one of the biggest reasons why high rises are so good with rental revenue. But know that passive income is just the beginning. The real wealth building happens when you start to reinvest your earnings. Most investment portfolios just gain value through equity. You park your money, wait a couple years, and make money on the resale. With high rises, you do the same thing, but you also make money while you're waiting. And then you can reinvest the rental income to purchase more high rises. Imagine this. You buy one unit, which after a year helps fund your second unit. Your two units now fund your third unit. Then your three units fund your fourth unit, and so on and so forth. It's an infinite loop. I bought my very first unit at Vdara back in 2022 for $475,000 in cash. Since then, I've been buying 2 to 3 units per year, which brings me to a total of 9 units I have today. And that unit at Vdara, it's well worth over $800,000 in today's market. But learning from that experience, I wouldn't recommend you paying cash for your first property like I did. At the time, it was literally all I had. Like, I had completely wiped out all of my savings. And I didn't even know how high rises worked. It was literally the biggest leap of faith I've ever made. Luckily, it worked out for me, but it might not work out for you. So instead of paying cash for your first property, I highly recommend that you obtain financing so that you have more leverage when it comes to purchasing more units. When I bought my first MGM Signature unit back in 2023, I decided that I would obtain financing instead of going all in with cash. Spreading my capital literally changed everything. I had more room to grow, reinvest, and scale at a much faster pace than I did before. And another thing is this compounding wealth potential is even more exciting when you factor in the current market conditions that are currently creating such a strong opportunity for you to invest. I know a lot of people are scared to invest in Vegas right now because of the whole Vegas is dying trend. I actually did a deep dive in all the tourism data in this video here, but the key takeaways is if you look at the numbers objectively, you can see that this is actually a really good time to get started. So let's address the elephant in the room first. Yes, Vegas tourism is down right now. According to LVCVA, May tourist numbers were down 6.5% compared to last year. However, if you look at all the data since the pandemic, tourism has remained fairly consistent, even with all the dips. So even though we are in a down market right now, Vegas isn't going to die anytime soon. It's going to recover like it always has. But this still works in your favor because for a lot of owners that are not able to run their business profitably, this market downturn is enough for them to sell their unit and allow you to enter at a discounted price. Historically, high rises are at a very affordable price right now. In 2007, the same exact studio unit will cost you between the $600 to $615,000, which is almost double of what it is today. But this won't last forever though. We all know that real estate is a cycle, it goes up and down, and it's not a common knowledge as of right now that you can buy and run your own hotel room in Vegas. But once people start figuring this all out, this market is going to be highly competitive. I remember when I first bought my MGM signature room in Tower 3 in 2023. It had the most amazing F1 racetrack view. I went up against multiple offers. I needed to come in above asking price and offer really competitive pricing terms in order to get my offer accepted. While it's not that competitive right now, it's only a matter of time before it becomes the norm. All the new and current developments in Las Vegas, such as the Sphere, the Raider Stadium, the Ace Baseball Stadium, and the Convention Center's expansion is going to drive up tourism in Las Vegas. Now, you might think that managing a property near the Las Vegas Strip seems complicated and chaotic, but it's actually a lot easier than you might think. Because your high-rise unit is in a managed resort, there's a lot of benefits that you and your guests can take advantage of. First of all, it's a really easy process for your guests. I'm sure you've stayed at an Airbnb before where you got really confused with all the check-in instructions, the directions on how to get to the place, and the housing manuals. But we all know how a hotel works. You check in at the front desk, you put in a deposit for the incidentals, you get your room card, and you're done. So here, guests never have to worry about parking, room access, and they're able to use the resort amenities. Best of all, they are within a short walking distance to the Strip, which 99% of guests look for when they come to Vegas. And for hosts, you never have to worry about yard maintenance, exterior repairs, roof maintenance, and security. The resort handles all of that. So realistically, what you do have to manage is very minimal compared to a traditional residential rental. It's mainly just getting bookings and room turnovers. And on top of that, there are property management companies that will take over the whole operations of your room, from cleaning, maintenance, marketing, guest communication, and all of that. That way you are able to be hands-off the entire process. What this means is whether you're in the United States, in Europe, in Asia, you can invest in these high rises anywhere. Like, you don't have to be physically present here at all. And you really only need to spend between 3 to 4 active hours per month in your business and still make money. But keep in mind that when you hire these management companies, they will be charging between 15 to 30% management fees against your gross profit. So now that you see how simple the management side is, let's now talk about what you need to get started in this industry. I'm sure now your biggest question is, how much does it all cost? Generally, a high-rise unit is going to cost you between $240,000 all the way up to $800,000 for a studio unit, and $250,000 all the way up to $1 million for a one-bedroom unit. This all depends on what resort it's in and what floor it's on. On top of the upfront costs, I also have to mention that you're going to have to pay for a shared component and a transient rental fee that's ranging between $1,000 to $1,900 per month, depending on what resort it's in and the room type. And if you want a full breakdown of the costs for each tower, then I recommend you watch this video right here. If you plan on financing any of these units, which I highly recommend, you would need to get special financing for these because these are considered to be non-warrantable condos. These type of loans are called DSCR and non-QM loans. These typically have a higher interest rate of between 7 to 8% and a down payment of between 25 to 40% down of the property value. To get approved for these loans, the lender verifies liquid assets, and you do have to meet the minimum credit score requirement. So yes, there's a bit of a barrier to entry in this business. Not everyone can take advantage of this opportunity. So I do highly recommend that you speak to a lender to explore your options. But honestly, cost is only half of the equation. You also need to have the right mindset for this. Number one, you have to be willing to take on the risk. You're going to be affected by tourism fluctuations, market downturns, slow seasons. I mean, there's always going to be good months and there's going to be bad months. These are all factors that you have to account for. If you think about quitting the moment things don't go in your favor, then this is probably not the right investment choice for you. Number two, patience. Patience, 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 because this is a long-term hold, not a flip. It takes time for this to become a stable source of income because you would have to build your room's reputation and your reviews from scratch. Keep in mind that it's completely normal for you not to have a fully booked calendar for the first 3 to 6 months. Don't ever compare your day one to my day 1000. What I learned from this experience is there is no instant gratification in this business. To summarize this video, I've covered high rises cash flow, how they compound wealth, current market conditions that create an entry for opportunities, management advantages of high rises, and the requirement needed for success. If this changed how you think about real estate investing, don't forget to like and subscribe for more investing strategies. And for those ready to explore Vegas high rises seriously, send me a message on Instagram and let's discuss your next steps. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.